Welcome back, children of the net, to this spooky night of terrors and month-related pondering. I am your host, Madhog Master, joined as always by my ghoulish assistant, Devar Arkvaronstein.
Yes, I have come to infest, corrupt, and inject myself into your ears this very night.
You know, as the ghoulish assistant, you're not allowed to sound creepier than the main host.
Get in line, Junior.
Junior! I'll have you know, I have a couple of months ahead of you in age. I worded that a bit weirdly, but it doesn't matter because tonight it is a night full of night terrors during the night.
Beyond your imagination.
Yes, for us. We.
For those who read.
Mostly for us. For we. Okay, let's go with that. For we are about to reprise that lurid literary leprosy that is the Tales Saga, my long-forgotten fanfiction that I have unleashed to the realm of the internets. I'm going to cut your salary for that.
Oh, come on. That was like a really good reenactment without getting the YouTube copyrights on us.
I'm going to reinstate your salary then.
Yay! Which is what? 0?
Well, how much does 0 multiplied by 1?
1?
Then it's 0.
Damn it.
Okay. So this time around, we are not quite ready yet to plunge ourselves into the jaws of malice, of pure untainted malice that is the next chapter, the next part of my horrible fanfiction. That would be Silver and Blaze. We're going to have one more host, or guest host, host-guest, ghoulish, ghostly host-guest.
A gale host?
A ghost. It's a ghost! It's a ghost! Guest host, it's a ghost! Genius! Halloween!
I'm sure Marty would love that.
Yes, it's going to be Matti, aka Hedonistic Actor. Thank you for spoiling that. But it doesn't matter because tonight...
You can cut that out.
I will not, because tonight, we are going to tackle a very special something, a interlude of sorts, that actually serves as a prelude to the next chapter, which again is Silver and Blaze. And this prelude is written in a very different manner than the rest of the story is. You know, to emphasize the fact that it's an interlude, a prelude.
Yeah.
It's both an interlude and a prelude, somehow.
A prelude.
A prelude.
Unless you want to go for interprelude, but that wouldn't make sense.
Nothing of this makes sense, believe you me. So, I do hope you enjoy pretentious poetry, because that's what you're getting tonight. Is there anything more spooky and ghoulish and just downright evil than pretentious poetry? I don't think so. Don't even bother thinking about it. The answer is final. Due to the subject matter, it is very accidentally very appropriate for Halloween month.
That's good to know then, ahead of time.
Right, so let's just get into it. This is the interlude to Tales / prelude to the very specific Silver and Blaze chapter, simply titled Blaze.
Okay, so a few things I will mention. One, the most important thing. I have cider with me, passion fruit and apple, just to get me through this.
I miss your cider already. It was good cider.
Oh wow. I did not realize that the cider was good. That good.
I usually don't like the taste of alcoholic beverage, so that's high praise from me.
So if I might overact a bit more than usual because of the drink.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
So who's going to start this?
You are, because you're going to read the summary. Oh, and by the way, this should not need to be mentioned, but just in case, before listening to this, you need to be caught up with our reading of Tales and Sonic, because this, by all intents and purposes, is a continuation, which is also an interlude and a prelude. And the more I talk, the more this gets confusing, so let's just get on with it.
Yes. So, okay. Blaze by Madhog thy Master. Time has no secrets for me. From the coldness of my prison, I shall observe everything this world has to offer.
Ellipsis.
Including the tale I'm about to tell. Tale of love, a tale of sorrow, a tale of death. Enjoy.
I love this. It's a tale of love, of sorrow, of death. Enjoy.
A spin-off from my Tales universe.
Okay, so the one talking here was supposed to be your boy, Ixis Nagus. You wish I was joking about that, but it's a thing. Ixis Nagus is the main villain of the series.
And he's doing pretentious poetry.
Well, no, I am doing pretentious poetry. He is recalling the pretentious poetry that I'm writing. This is too metatextual already.
Indeed it is.
And speaking of pretentious, doesn't it spell pretentious when the very first paragraph of the story is literally a verse from Burn by Deep Purple?
Oh dear.
The actual song?
Yes, it definitely does say pretentious if you're taking from a song.
The sky is red, I don't understand. Past midnight, I still see the land. People are saying that the woman is dead. She makes you burn with the wave of her hand. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, down. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, down. The city's ablaze, the town's on fire, the woman's flames are reaching higher. We were fools, we called it a liar. All I hear is burn, etc., etc.
By the way, the chapter title is Once Upon a Time.
Yes, because it's pretentious poetry, and it's also a fairy tale. It's supposed to evoke a feeling of a dark fairy tale with a really gruesome ending. You know, it's that kind of misguided ambition.
Ah, right.
Right then.
Anyway,
So,
who starts this then? Is it me?
well, since it's your boy, Ixis Nagus,
Okay.
you should be voicing him.
Before the end of everything you know.
Ellipsis.
Before my coming as ruler of this world.
Ellipsis. Oh, he's about to come out of the closet. We better support his life decisions.
Before the Iblis trigger shall free me from my prison and fulfill the ancient prophecy of me spitting on my monitor, apparently. Right. There is a story that needs to be told.
Oh, you don't say.
A story of sorrow. A story of pain.
Pain!
A story of young love. A story of the deja vus. Sorry, I had to reference the DuckTales episode. And ominous war.
Question.
What?
if it's already a war, then I think we got past a little bit the ominous phase and we are just plunged right into the deep end of this is bad, you guys.
I thought we were going to support his life decisions of being a pretentious poetry writer.
No, we are supporting his life decision to be an evil ruler, not to be the writer of every introduction to a Fallout game. War! War never changes!
Because I make sure the war never changes.
So the real villain all along was the narrator. Makes sense?
I, as the master of time itself, shall be your host for tonight's bedtime tale.
Wow, thanks, Uncle Creepy.
It's one of my personal favorites, actually, and I often love to recall it.
Well, good for you.
For now, I would share it with all of you. Yes! You foolish mortals who think that things like life has given to you were for granted.
I could have worded this better, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I actually added a word extra there, but never mind.
I noticed.
That have been kissed by luck and a benevolent fate.
It was consensual, by the way. Otherwise, it's no good.
The so-called normal people.
Oh my gosh, he isn't just a geek, he's a geek elitist.
All of you, hear me out.
Okay.
Because the story is especially dedicated to you.
Really? Wow.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's totally a nice evil ruler of the universe.
I mean, it's also dedicated to the one writing this, too.
Oh gee, how nice of him.
It all begun. Not began, begun.
It has only just begun!
In a night between the second and the third day of the year of Sol.
Oh my god, where does this come from?
I couldn't quite remember the exact date since, for me, time has no meaning. But I do remember the place. Mobius. Terra firma.
Which is a very pretentious and Latin way to say Earth. ...
The Sol Kingdom. ... Its capital. ... Soliana. The city of water. On with the tale!
So once again I remind you, this is not Mephiles, this is Ixis Nogus.
Yep.
And Soliana will be the city from Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. There is no particular reason why it's here other than it's a city I remember from a Sonic game and it's not Station Square, which I already used. That's pretty much the only link to that game that this city should evoke in you.
Yes, just the name. I mean, Soliana was about the sun, not about the water, I don't think.
No, it was literally called the City of Water, I remember.
Oh, okay, so I was wrong. Then again, I've only watched that game once, so...
Yes, watched, not played.
Exactly, you expect me to play that big? No freaking
I
way.
don't expect you to play, Mr. Arkbaron. I expect you to die. Okay. This actually begs the question why it was named Soliana if it's the City of Water. Shouldn't it be called Aquana?
Aquiana?
Aquana Waterville. Whatever. It's Waterville. From now on.
Waterloo.
Right, so next paragraph, and it's me. Chapter 1. That was all a prologue, by the way. Chapter 1. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away.
He forgot the ad, by the way, folks.
Oh, once upon a time, in land far, far away. Okay.
There you go.
Better. Ellipsis. It literally starts with ellipsis.
I don't know why, because the title of the chapter ends with ellipses.
It's supposed to be a direct continuation from where the title left us.
Yeah, that's still weird to me.
Yes, it does not translate well visually. A baby was born. As in, once upon a time in a land far, far away. A baby was born. A Mobian lavender cat she was. A beautiful lady she would become. Her parents so proud they were. This was written by Yoda, apparently. Her parents so proud they were. I'm not going to read it as Yoda.
Yes, please don't.
She cried so hard, as if for letting the world know that she was alive, that she was there. The miracle of birth. The miracle of life.
I don't know why this whole intro bit makes me think of a Finnish band using this as like some sort of intro before the actual song begins.
Nature, or chaos, or a more sinister force, however, had different plans for her, as her parents would find. Hi, Chaos! Nice to see you in this story!
Yes, Chaos, it's lovely to see you. Did you bring Jimmy along?
Jimmy? Little Jimmy! The truth shall set you free, little Jimmy!
My name's Bimmy. Shut up, Jimmy.
Jimmy was an average kid that no one understands. This is going off the rails so spectacularly.
Sorry.
Okay, so something parents. Okay. For they were alive no more. For they in ashes they turned. Not only this is bad poetry, it is also badly written poetry, all through and through. Burnt alive. The fury of fire, the strength of tears.
And this child grew up to be Kane from WWE wrestling.
Panic spread all over as soon as the news went known. As soon as the news went known. Amazing. She's cursed, someone said. She's the devil's spawn, someone else has said. She's the Iblis trigger, other fools yelled. She's the chosen queen of Waterville, an old sorcerer cried. Oh, it's an old cook! Let's listen to what he has to say. It has been written and predicted by the ancient literatures.
You know they're old because it says ancient on the title of the literature itself.
Yes, literally, the title of the book is Ancient Literatures.
Yes, and it's basically just a how to actually read ancient literature.
Unfortunately, it's the Arabic translation.
Oh no!
That womb shall rule the kingdom to bring it to its highest glory, will be the one whose life is embraced by the powerful flames of Solaris, the god of sun. The sun would probably sound better, but anyway, its mortal incarnation, its vessel to the world, and its is not supposed to have an apostrophe in between it and the S, because it indicates its own possession. She's the predestined, and she would reign over her people, but her people would not feel inclined to cheer for her, because she was not the one they wanted to go over and win the title at WrestleMania. So they booed her until the end of time, and they tried everything to make her likable. They tried to make her a sympathetic babyface. It didn't work. They tried to make her a badass anti-hero. It didn't work. They even tried to reunite her with her former tag team partners for when she was beloved in her previous stable, the Flaming Shield. It did not work! Nothing did! Alas, it was her curse to bear, forever to be the one who reigns over the fans.
I take it you're not buying the whole Shield reunion thing.
Oh, nobody is. They can see right through this. It's as transparent as it can get. And once this whole Shield reunion thing is all done and dusted, and they will go back to their separate ways, he will just get booed all over again, as if nothing changed. Because it is so obvious. Her name, a symbol of her role, must bring with a tribute to their god it will be. Blaze the cat, the queen of flames. All hail the newborn queen. All hail the future of the Soul Kingdom. All hail King Booker!
Bow down to the queen. Do 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 do.
Oh,
do,
also,
do, do, do.
all hi, Blaze.
Oh, I just realized.
Oh, hi, Blaze. How is your sex life?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're all like. Everyone's like going, like, hey, hey. And when they see it, they go like, oh, hi, Blaze.
Okay, so to summarize what just happened, she is born, right? Blaze.
Burned her family to death.
Yes, with her simple act of being born, she burnt her family, her parents to ashes, which is very unclear and vague, but then again, we don't really want to know any more details. So everybody was all like, ooh, different, different, different! But then some random old guy showed up to tell them, hey, she's the chosen one of destiny. Queen, queen, queen!
Okay, queen, queen, queen.
Queen, 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 queen! All hail! Etc. All high, I guess. Yes, I wrote all high as opposed to all hail, which is especially embarrassing because it was supposed to be the most important all hail sentence of all three of them.
The funny thing is, he gets it right twice, but then forgets the L on the last one.
Well, that's what happens when, you don't
have an editor.
Yes, exactly. Right, so back to your boy, Ixis Nogus, which is your boy, for now until the end of time.
Indeed. It was terrible burden.
It was a terrible... Okay,
yes,
don't you forget about conjunctions and articles when they are indeed there.
Yes, I know, sorry. It was a terrible burden for such a little creature. She's been marked by the flame of fate the very moment she was born. The same flames that took her parents from her. She could kill with a single tear. Such great power. It could be of some use for my purposes one day. Anyway, after the sorcerer's fateful words...
The sorcerer! Who is this sorcerer? I want to see some credentials.
The child has been adopted by the royal family of Solian.
Okay, so never mind then. She had peasant's origins, but she was adopted by the royal family because she is the chosen queen of destiny or some bollocks like that.
It has been decided that at the age of 14, she will be crowned queen and rule her country. But due to a lack of control over her powers, she was also seen as a danger for anyone around her.
You know, I just realized this is Frozen before Frozen existed. Except she does not have ice powers, she has fire powers. Do you wanna build a flame, man?
Doesn't quite work.
Ah, no, wait! Do you wanna build a blaze, man?
More like, do you wanna build a torch, man?
Do you want to build a wicker man and trap Nicolas Cage inside of it and burn it down?
A blaze! Okay. For this reason, she lived all her childhood completely isolated from the others.
It's exactly like Elsa!
Until the day she met him.
I wrote this in 2008. Disney, where are my royalties? Where's my money, Disney? I'll sue, damn it!
Oh, I've always loved this part. It is so deviously refreshing.
Odd choice of words.
That's why I did the whole mwah.
Mwah, thank you. Mwah to you too.
The time was now, 10 years in the future. She had grown up over the years. It'd be quite embarrassing if she didn't.
Huh.
Enough to learn the significance of love.
How a lot I love, meow. How a lot I love, meow.
Enough to suffer for it. On with chapter 2, children.
Okay, turn your book to page 52.
Yeah, page 52.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay, next chapter, I guess. Jeez Louise, this is so promising, you guys.
Yep. We're on to a new chapter, so...
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait to hear the voices in my head.
They counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you are stuck with Ixis Nogus, your boy, duty, I'll be reading the rest of the chapter. Sounds
Okay.
fair to you? Okay.
We'll see what happens. If you get tired, well, I'll take over.
These are not very long chapters. Like I said, it's just a small interlude, prelude, or whatever. Chapter 2, The Charming Prince and the Blazing Princess. Master of Fire Puns here. Hi, everyone.
So, so let me get this straight. Are we going into a storybook style princess?
Didn't I tell you this already? That was the intent, precisely. On one day, her charming prince came to the palace, and confused, she felt. I felt the need to read the comma out loud.
Yeah, just to show how out of place this entire thing is.
Fascinating by his charm she was. Love at first sight? A juvenile crush. I'll crush you into dust. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
You used the wrong form of no.
She didn't know, except no is before she didn't.
That's what I mean. It's like you wanted to mix saying no, as in the opposite of yes, but also having the knowledge of it instead as a replacement.
No, I really meant to say that she didn't know, but I wrote it like this, and it seems so wrong.
Yes, because I know what you've done, but it's very hard to explain.
I know what you did last summer. Of 2008.
No.
Oh boy. No, she didn't. Nor she cared. Okay, this makes it even more confusing, and I get what you're trying to say. Oh boy. Right, for now, the Cat Princess, which, if you say it out loud, really sounds rather silly. The Cat Princess was 10, and new feelings she would discover. Staring at him, she would stare at him. And stared back, she would have been. This is so... Okay, my gosh, this is... Oh, okay. Oh boy.
He looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me.
And I got friend from the other side.
Not the song I was referencing, but still.
I know, but who cares? To each other, they look. I am sick and tired of this already.
I'm sick and tired of them looking at the description of them looking.
I am sick and tired of this obtuse, pretentious, unnecessary sentence structure that I did because I thought it sounded cool. Their eyes met and our heart just melted. You see? This is a normal sentence right after the last one.
Yes.
So it's even inconsistent. A beautiful warrior he was. He was the ultimate warrior, no? He was a silver hedgehog whose name was the same of his color.
Because his parents were completely
original?
Dumb. Yes.
Creative?
Let's go with those words. Those are generous for him.
Just like her. Unique he was. A psychokinetic soldier. Gosh darn it, Bill! I told you, we don't want psionic characters in our D&D campaign. Who made her heart burn with passion. Not intended was the pun.
Not intended was the pun.
Oh, it was very intended, it was.
I would hope you were drunk when you wrote this.
No, I was not drunk.
Oh,
I don't have your excuse.
Oh, gosh.
Not so older than her he was. Only 5 years. But she could wait. She capitalized for no real reason.
Well, she is a queen.
She's not a god. Yet. We can fix that. After all, time was on her side. Or was it? Yes. He was young and charming, and he was brave and courageous. A decorated soldier of the kingdom he was. And he was only 15. Wow. Boy, isn't that a theme here? With his powers, entire buildings could move. Damn it, Bill! We said no psionic powers!
This entire exchange right now kind of makes me think of a situation now where basically a player decided to defy the DM and, just play his character the way he wants it, while the DM goes like, damn it, Bill! No, this is not how the story is supposed to go.
And lots of criminals he would catch. He was respected and feared. Ooh, spooky ham-fisted parallels. Ooh. Yep, people feared his abilities. For what he could do, he was feared, just like her. So much in common they had, so they had to get together.
Yeah, so much in common they had. There's that one little thing that basically where they're ostracized by their people.
And they can kill an entire country by breathing. There's also that.
That definitely sounds like you totally had a lot in common.
Okay then.
Unless you mean the casualties was the thing that they had most in common.
Devar, do you ever have the feeling that the allegory that X-Men was going for was kind of undermined by the fact that the text was implying that they were actually literally dangerous, superpowered individuals?
I don't really know what we're going for here.
What I'm saying is that it's not that people are fearing them because they are different, it's because they're actually dangerous. In the day, it's a new day, yes it is. Okay, in the day they casually met, inside the royal palace of Soliana, ellipsis, I meant to say Waterville, sorry. Immediately, friends they became. Well, this silver hedgehog with the same name as his color sure seems like a social climber if I ever saw one.
Oh yeah, just like Link.
He's not very good at climbing then. If you know what I'm saying. Wink wink, nudge nudge.
Nudge nudge, yes,
okay.
Yes,
It's stupid. Their secrets to each other they would confess. The deepest fears they would share. It was beautiful, wonderful, you might even say. It was perfect, and nothing would have ruined it. Why do I have to jinx myself so hard every time? Or so she thought. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
Oh.
A whole year later, the world would crush, much like Rusev crush, Rusev crush, Rusev rush. Well, I botched that one wrestling reference. Oh well.
Oh dear.
For a single tear of pain, the demise was caused. An innocent game of hide-and-seek turned into a blazing horror of despair. Would be. Oh gosh, this sentence. Oh, this sentence. Oh, I want to take this sentence. I want to pass it through the grinder, turning into hamburger meat and eat it raw.
Okay.
After the prince's accidental fall during the game. So let me get this straight. They were playing hide and seek, okay?
Yes.
She fell down.
And she cried.
And that killed everyone. So, about that X-Men issue?
Yes.
Oh boy.
And
so, the gift, in quotation marks, and so, the curse. I feel like I'm missing alpha sentence for each new sentence.
Yes.
Unleashed it went. People were burnt. People were killed. Flames were spread. For a single tear. It all happened. Okay, question. She's 10 years old, right?
Yes.
You mean to tell me she had never cried before that?
Please don't go through this one again, because the Princess Elise didn't cry either.
I mean, I'm clearly crossing Blaze with Princess Elise from Sonic 06, but this looks more and more like the fire version of Frozen. Except bad.
Maybe Disney shouldn't give you royalties then.
No, they should. They definitely should. There they were, the bodies. There she was, surrounded. All the guards, carbonized.
Carbonized?
Carbonized, yep, pretty much.
That sounds delicious. I could go for some carbonized guards right now.
Right, I'm pretty sure it's a real word and it means exactly what I meant it to mean.
Yes, I know, I'm just messing with you.
He was there, horrified. I'll agree with you that it's a peculiar choice of word. Everything he witnessed. Desperate she was. You're a monster! You killed them all, he cried, and then she yells, Brawn! If only. You know, I think every bad fanfiction could be improved by a sudden appearance of Braun Strowman throwing ambulances at people.
Yes.
It was an accident. I didn't want to. She...
Plied?
Plied? What?
Were you meant to say she replied?
Probably, I think. I don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. You made me watch Faulty Towers.
Yes, I know. It was nice.
It was good. It was good. Stay away from me. From no god you came. From a devil you were born. Don't deal with the devil, Cuphead. Forgive me, please, forgive me. The cursed flames. By the way, I am reading all of these sentences with my regular narrating voice because these are not technically lines of dialogues. There are no quotation marks around them. It's just the narrator conveying these phrases, paraphrasing them to you.
Think of it like an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes, that is a perfect analogy. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
I was more thinking of the original TV series, but okay.
The cursed flames of disaster, in capital letters, by the way, trademark, run in your blood. Hear my voice, princess, for no one shall befriend with you. Foreshadowing? Not now, not ever. Don't leave me, Silver, my love. I don't want to be alone.
This is the worst reboot of Romeo and Juliet I've seen.
She plied and yelled. Okay, I think that might actually be a word.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that later.
Do it now.
Plied is a shorter version of the word ply, which could either mean one of three things: work steadily with a tool, or work steadily at one's business or trade. Number 2, of a vessel or vehicle travel regularly over a route, typically for commercial purposes. 3, provide someone with food or drink in a continuous or insistent way. Direct 1. She plied him with questions about his visit. So maybe that's what you were going for, the direct one.
Well, I guess kudos to 2008 me for trying.
He gets a gold star for trying.
She plied and yelled, but to no avail. Alone she was. Forever she would be, for that was the price of her gift. The mark of Solaris she would carry, until death would claim her soul, or everyone else's, for that matter. I feel like this narrator is going back and forth in between dark storybook tone and Douglas Adams. Or at least is trying to be. Grow she would, and accustomed to it she must became. She must became. Oh my god.
Gosh.
Oh, this is just embarrassing. One day she will be queen, and A.N. rule all she would have. Oh boy, forgot a D there.
Yep, forgot the D.
It's all about the D, isn't it?
It's all about that D. No treble.
Okay. Again, sorry to interrupt this story for the bajillionth time, but... So, what's the deal? She's still going to be the queen after all that?
I burned all my loyal subjects, but I...
No, actually she killed all the guards. Not the entire country, just their guards, but still... That's pretty hard to cover up, even in medieval times, or whenever this is taking place. I'm pretty sure that the City of Water might actually notice when something is on fire. Yes, I guess this is all ironic, because haha, it's the City of Water, it gets burned down.
Oh.
Okay. Chosen by a god, chosen by the flames, no mortal bounds. No friends, no love, nothing. Only solitude, sorrow, and the flames. All hail the burning princess. Oh, hi, Blaze. All hail, Blaze.
You wish the all high was still available.
Oh, it's a thing from now on. Okay, back to your boy, Ixisnogus.
Yes, Ixisnogus, my boy, my man. As a wise motto used to say, words are funny like that, they can talk to you. Love does not exist without sorrow.
A, that's not a motto. B, that doesn't even count as a proverb. C, nobody ever says that. And D, it's not wise in the slightest. And every other letter of the alphabet, you're stupid.
This is a reminder for the fools who consider their happiness for granted. Our young princess has just learned an important lesson in life.
No, ellipsis, then in life.
Okay. Ellipses in life. Love is possible, but pain is certain.
Written by Harlan Ellison.
It entertains me every time to witness such foolishness, such illusion. Whose born has been blessed with such gift should not be blinded by the common mortal's dreams. Dreams of joy and felicity. Bah!
Bah humbug!
Creatures with this power are born to dominate upon the others, to rule over everything that exists. Once my awakening shall arrive, I will correct those mistakes. I shall unite those beings into one flag and rewrite this planet's fate for the better. It will happen. That, however, does not concern this story. Then why did you bring it up?
Because foreshadowing. Ooh. Actually, it's not so much as foreshadowing as pretty much whistleblowing at this point.
At himself.
At himself and the readers.
And so, we shall move on to the third and last part of this tale. Our feline lady has reached the designed age for her official crowning.
Oh, this will go smoothly.
The youngest queen in Mobius has now arose.
Now arose. That's not right.
To guide her people into a new era of prosperity and greatness.
We're gonna make Soliana great again.
Or maybe not. A new enemy has risen. A merciless fiend that knows nothing more than evilness and will to kill. A war has begun.
Oh boy, forgotten H.
And unfortunately, I forgot the H. The gods weren't with the Soul Kingdom. The flames, on the other hand. Let's see how it ends, shall we?
Well, I mean, if we must.
Thou must. Anyway, so we're on to chapter 3 now.
Okay, so chapter 3, Blazingly Ever After. Woo!
Wow.
That's bad.
Hey, 2008 Madhog, I think you might need a bit more force behind that extra force you're putting into this title.
If I put any more force into this forced title, I think I might just knock down a wall. And I'm not Knuckles, I am not the mauler of walls.
The mauler of walls has come. That is the true evil.
Actually, no, it's just Eggman.
Yes, I know it's Eggman, but please let me make a joke.
I mean, it's Eggman. That's already a joke in its own right.
Okay.
There they came. In the city they entered. On a killing spree they were. An army of machines. An army of death. Crazy went the people. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You made me laugh while I was drinking my cider.
Thank you, that made my day.
Because you just added just after the crazy when the people. And knowing 2008 you probably would have tried to write that seriously.
Oh, this is great.
Oh gosh.
Slaughtered was their skin.
Everything else was fine.
Wait, their skin was slaughtered? That makes no sense!
Everything else was fine. It's like Mystery of the Druids. They're basically still alive as they slaughter the skin. That is a reference to a very, it can be considered old now, but it's a...
I actually know that game. It's
really
bad. It's really stupid. Oh,
stupid.
It's amazingly stupid. They cried for help, for their queen to save them. Queen Blaze, daughter of Solaris, save your subjects from a fate of death.
Suddenly Blaze comes out going "Hi, K-Yo-Chin," and then suddenly is does this whole transformation sequence into a bodysuit, and is Blaze Rider or something.
Save your people from sufferance and demise.
And then she comes out, transforms into a magical girl.
And by the time she's finished, the entire town is dead. Accomplish what you were bound for, and lead us into victory.
Blaze stays in her room, acting all emo, going nobody cares about me and everyone else. I don't care about anyone else.
Yes, she's listening to whatever equivalent of Simple Plan they had in those parts. And she heard those cries. And she heard those demands. And the unmistaken sound of metal through tender flesh. A vessel of death, all in all. The amazing weight of her gift, of her curse, finally showed up. A chance to be loved again she was about to take. Unfortunately, she rolled a 1.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
A shame it was that the battle was already lost. Killed their guards were... Oh, the ones that she didn't kill.
Yeah. Good old Frank there. He only had 1 day before retirement.
Killed their guards were, and whoever survived, a vile flea they took. Sorry for fleeing and trying to survive from a lost battle, jeez. Haughty much?
Yep.
Alone she was, surrounded by the enemy, impotent and defeated. She failed. She was not the chosen one, just a frightened kid she happened to be. All hate the phony queen! All hate Blaze!
At least you didn't do all hat.
I would like to point out that if this were to be in the hands of an actually capable writer, with some common sense and nuance and tact, this could have been a really strong backstory for this character, because all her life she's been groomed to be this hyped up savior of the entire populace, chosen by the gods. She had to bear the burden of being this ridiculously powerful being, and she could not even control her own powers. She did not have any friends. She lived in solitude. Her only desire was to prove her worth. And yet, when it finally comes the time to do just that, to fulfill some sort of duty that was forced upon her, she just can't do it. She fails. And there is nothing left for her to do.
Yeah.
There is nothing left for her to save after that. Like I said, this could have been a great backstory for a very complex, sad character. But in my story...
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh, no such luck. I'm sorry, Blaze. You deserve better.
I might have to rebook your entire series.
I mean, if you wish to undertake this ridiculous effort, be my guest.
Probably not, though, but still.
Caught by despair, no longer she could take it. Too much it was. Chapter 4 of Danganronpa We Free, man. That was just too much. Too much, man. Too much sorrow, too much loneliness, too much anger. She despised herself for being this worthless monster. She despised her people for isolating her. She hated the silver hedgehog for how he treated her. All she wanted was for all this to burn. No, that's another song that you're referencing.
Yes.
Okay, so you can see why that verse from that one Deep Purple song,
Yeah, the one that you
yes,
at the beginning.
pretty much served as an epitaph for
This entire thing.
exactly. Because it literally is what happens. And down it came, the first tear, and a platoon of machines was reduced to ashes. You know, it just occurs to me that she could have won this war instantly if she just cried immediately.
But it would have killed everybody else in the process.
You would think they would find a way to weaponize her tears. In 14 years, she was alive.
Oh, true.
And down it came, the second tear, and the royal palace was engulfed in flames, along with her screaming step-parents. Congratulations, Blaze! You've killed 2 sets of parents now. Sarcastic clap.
My hands are burning.
And down came all the other tears. Tears of despair. Tears of rage. Tears of fear. Tears of blood! Tears of uncontrollable hate. Everything burnt. Consumed by the flames. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Nobody was spared. For the fury of a god, they all would perish. Machines and Mobians alike. Matter it didn't. Everything burnt. Instantly killed. My gosh, it's the 3rd time I say everything burned. The flames of disaster. Unleashed they went. Blaze unleashed by now. Under doing, no more control she had. And for this night, red was the sky. The city of water has now became the city of flames! Oh! Oh! Also has now became. But oh! The city of flames! That is so deep, you guys!
Oh, that burns so much, guys.
That's about as profound as the plot of Persona 5.
Oh, gosh.
I'll never let this one go. Death overcame. Only she remained, a single blaze between blazes, a single soul, alone in sorrow.
Burning sorrow!
All hail the Queen of Flames. All hail Blaze. So is this pretentious enough to you? Or do you think it could use a bit more of pretension spruced all over it?
Let me take a sip of my drink and then I'll decide. Maybe a bit much.
Fair enough.
Right.
Okay, back to your boy.
And so, the tragedy was consumed. And everybody has died.
Everybody hurt. No, wait, everybody dead. Never mind.
Everybody dies.
Let the bodies hit the floor. 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 Okay.
No one escaped her desperate fury. The city of Soliana was no more, and all the kingdom fell after it. No one ever knew the truth. Officially, the destruction was caused by the Eggman Empire.
I can't believe they covered up that story.
I know, right? Then, the former feline queen became a freedom fighter. Spoilers! And the rest is history.
So how did she ever learn to control her powers again? Because me thinks she might be a bit too dangerous to, put together with other kids.
Don't question these things. I'm the storyteller here.
Okay, fine, jeez.
Sit down, shut up, and let me overact in your presence.
Please, by all means, the scenery is a steak, and it is all yours to chew.
Right, let's see, where was I? I always find this tale rather amusing. Especially ending.
Har 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 har.
No, he's not saying that this time. He's going like...
I like to think he's always laughing like a pirate now. Har 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 har.
As you could see, mortals, true power always requires a price. An high price. Indeed. But it's worth it. When you are chosen by fate, you cannot escape. Try as you might, it's useless. You will find, in the end, you shall pay a price. Is this like Full Metal Alchemist?
Oh, you mean equivalent exchange?
Yes. Everything has a price for equal value.
Everybody has a price for the $1 million man. Always gets.
A price of solitude. A price of grief. A price of death. A price of life.
A Vincent Price.
Others' life. But fate can be rewritten by the one who can control chaos itself.
Boy, this is more pretentious than Johnny the Homicidal Maniac's ramblings.
And when the free vessels of intelligence, strength, and speed shall be brought that power right into my grasp.
Shall brought that power.
Shall brought.
Shall bring, it should have been.
Everything will change. For our time shall begin. So it is said. So
By me?
So it will be. By me. The tale is over, and your bedtime has arrived. This does not sound threatening in the slightest, even by my overacting chops.
It definitely sounds like Michael Caine in that one film when he is taking care of children in an orphanage, you know?
Yes, I do get what you say. Farewell for now. And just remember, emotions are the blaze of our soul. Everyone burns.
Bad end? I guess?
Yeah.
And we end up on a high note with an additional verse taken from Burn. This time it's Burn by The Cure, actually. But every night I burn, but every night I call your name. Every night I burn, every night I fall again. Every night I burn. Na 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 na. Right, so this song was used as a soundtrack for The Crow.
Ah, yeah, I thought that sounded familiar.
It's a really good song. It does not deserve to be in this story.
No.
Okay, so that was the interlude/prelude, Blaze. I hope you enjoyed this fun little diversion into surprisingly appropriate Halloween territory, I guess. I mean, it's technically a story of spooky burning alive. I mean, it is most certainly narrated like Uncle Creepy is smoking crack and is feeling particularly pretentious.
Especially with my voice for him.
Yeah, you will forever be Ixis Nogus.
Oh gosh.
Your boy, Ixis Nogus.
Apparently you guys love when I voice him.
Yes, you have this unique cavernous voice that seems always appropriate for such scenarios. Once again, this was Blaze, and everyone burns! Bad end. Next time we get back to Tales, it's time for Silver and Blaze, which will be the proper actual continuation of the previous story, Tails and Sonic.
Yeah. This should be interesting then.
Yes, because, like I said, this all bloody thing over here is essentially the prologue, and it contextualizes whatever is going on between Silver and Blaze in the upcoming chapter. So there is that to look forward to.
Wonderful.
A love story that never was, because one was a prick, and the other one was a danger to herself and everyone else. Great. Great stuff. I cannot wait.
Well, there should be a train wreck again. It's gonna
like
be
always then.
Yeah, it's essentially before we can even clear up the last train wreck. Another train wreck happens on top of the train wreck that only happened about a minute ago.
Somebody was really rolling bad that night. Let me tell you. All once, constantly. Also, Bill! Psionic powers! No!
But I really want this.
The Psionic powers campaign will be next month.
Aww.
Okay.
I want my sonic powers now.
Fine. Roll the die. It's a 1. You die instantly. Your mind explodes. The end. Right. And that actually kind of happens with psionic powers.
Yep, that
to my knowledge. Alright, that aside. Again, thanks for joining us, everybody. I don't have any more to say about this interlude. It's about as self-explanatory as it can get. It was meant to be exactly what it is. An interlude. Yes.
A nice bridge.
Yes, well, I wouldn't say it's a nice bridge, but it is a bridge. Good night, everybody, and remember to burn alive. It's good for your skin.
And we'll see you for the future story.
This has been your boy, Ixis Nogus.
Take care, everybody.
And I have been Madhog.
And I have been Devar, yes.
Which is still sounding creepier than the main host. That won't do.
Care. Yes, that won't do, pig. That will never do.
Let's burn the pig! Oink, 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 oink! It's actually Repulsor from Simon the Sorcerer.
Oh Please tell us she's full of chocolate fudge, at least.
I'm cutting the stream.
Don't care.
Nice of the princess to invite.